Alright, I've decided that it'd be a fun idea to record myself playing Victoria 2. So, welcome to Victoria 2. I am playing with the GFM mod, with some slight changes that I've made. There's one that will affect gameplay that I will get into when it becomes relevant. But otherwise, it's just standard GFM. I've also made some slight cosmetic changes, so you can see the flag of France is different from what it is in the base version of the mod. But generally speaking, it is plain old GFM with submods enabled. I have decided today that I'm going to play as the Pope. You can see I've tried doing this, or at least tried recording this, multiple times, because the thing with the Papal States is that your goal is going to be to form Italy. And in this game, there's really three interesting countries for uniting Italy. There's Sardinia, Piedmont, which historically formed Italy. And so in this mod, they get a ton of bonuses to help them form Italy. You have two Sicilies, who is the largest of the Italian states at the beginning of the game. And then you have the Papal States, which is only really interesting because A, they hold Rome, and B, well, it's the Pope. Pope's always interesting. So you do kinda, the first few decades of the game are a pain as the Papal States because they are probably the hardest ones to form Italy with. You can see Sardinia, Piedmont, rank 15, already a secondary power. Two Sicilies is one rank below becoming a secondary power. Papal States is rank 30. And if you want to become Italy, assuming you're not playing Sardinia, Piedmont, you need to become a great power. And more importantly, you also need to make sure that neither Sardinia, Piedmont, nor two Sicilies themselves become great powers, or they will screw you over. So you basically need to be able to neuter them. Especially Sardinia, Piedmont, because they will become a great power if you let them. Even worse, before they become a great power, they will very quickly fall into the sphere of influence of France. Which means, because you're in the sphere of influence of France as the Pope, you can't go to war with Sardinia, Piedmont outside of the first few years of the game. So we're going to start as the Pope, and we are going to play a bit meta. Now, normally I don't like to play in a way that feels too meta or too gamey. I do like to keep some suspension of disbelief. But if you're playing the Pope, it is absolutely a requirement if you want to succeed. All right, we'll just deal with this setup here. All right, I've done most of the day one setup that you will do just in general. So, as you can see, we are in the sphere of influence of France, which is nice because it means that we can ally them and they are going to do a lot of the early game fighting for us. Problem is, as you can see, they are friendly with Sardinia, Piedmont. They will influence them, and very quickly, Sardinia, Piedmont will go into the French sphere, and then we won't be able to go to war with them anymore. Which is a problem because they are our #1 enemy at the beginning of the game. So we need to go to war with them as soon as possible. Again, France is going to do most of the fighting, which is itself a problem because I'm starting in 1830, and they are going to be going to war with Algeria multiple times, which means that the AI has a tendency to try and white peace Sardinia, Piedmont, and they will become the war leader because they're the great power, and we're not even a secondary power. We're just a minor power, westernized nation. So they will be in charge of the war, and they will white peace Sardinia, Piedmont a lot of the time because an event will happen, they will go to war with Algeria again, because they do that like a bunch of times in the first few years of the 1830 start date. So we need to make sure that that does not happen. We can't stop the wars. Fortunately, France seems to like to add weird war goals. They'll take capital. Like they'll try to take Piedmont from Sardinia, Piedmont when we go to war with them. They'll never accomplish it. but they'll try. Which does mean that we will then be able to separate peace Sardinia Piedmont. And then they will white peace Sardinia Piedmont. It's very gamey. The first war. The first war is very gamey. But it's basically the only way for you to just survive as the Papal States, because if they become a great power, they will start annexing states in northern Italy for free. It's ridiculous. So, first thing we're going to do, France is at a -1 for allying us, which is so annoying. So we're going to increase relations with them. And then we're out of Diplo points, so we need to wait for our Diplo points to go up. We will ally France, and then we will justify a war against Sardinia Piedmont. In the meantime, we're also going to take this army. We can see that our pops are from various states. These two are from Rome, so we will keep them. These other two, this one from Bologna and Perugia, we are going to separate them out from our army and delete them. You will see why. Believe me, this is really important. And we are going to build some transport ships. All right, we've gotten our alliance with France. You can see they are influencing Sardinia Piedmont very slowly. So we need to go to war fast. Okay, when I said I made some slight changes to my install of GFM, this is what I was talking about. So what will happen with your armies? Your armies are made up of soldiers, which come from soldier pops. If these pops join radical movements, what can happen is when they rise up in rebellion, your brigades can actually defect to the rebels. Now, in theory, that's actually a really cool gameplay mechanic. The idea that your army can betray you and join the rebellion. But in practice, what happens is, because it's only single brigades within the stack that will defect, what'll happen is they will defect and then immediately end up in battle with the rest of your army stack and then get wiped out immediately. Unless, like, the bulk of your stack is rebels and they all rise up at once, they'll just immediately get wiped. So in practice, all this does is ruin the composition of your army stacks. And when you have a big army, that's annoying, because it means you got to rebuild those brigades, and you got to go to each army and figure out which brigades have rebelled against you. It is one of the most tedious things in the entire game. Like, managing stacks in this game is the most tedious part of the game, in my opinion. So what I did was I coded in an event that just removes the militancy of soldiers. It'll fire once or twice each year. And as you can see, it just removes 10 militancy from all soldier pops, because 10 militancy is the maximum. So it just resets it to 0, and your armies don't rebel. And because, again, your army defecting will never have a real effect on gameplay other than annoying the player. So I just removed it. It's technically cheating, but I don't care, because I actually want to spend my time enjoying the game, not micromanaging stacks. All right, we have got enough Diplo points. We have our alliance with France, and they are still only friendly with Sardinia Piedmont. So what we're going to do is we're going to justify a war. And what we're going to do is, now, in previous times I've tried playing this, acquire state early has not been available. So normally what I would do is just liberate country and liberate Sardinia, because they have a core on Sardinia and Corsica. Now, optimally, what you want to do is you actually do want to take Sardinia, because here they have gold. Cagliari currently has iron. This will become one of the few coal provinces in Italy, and this will change to iron. So this is like your only source of coal early game. because the only other source of coal is like this one, and that one actually goes to France, I believe, when historically. And so Sardinia Piedmont will just give that to France, and they'll give away one of their few coal provinces, which is annoying because coal is one of the most important RGOs in the game. Now, the game is giving me the option to acquire state early. It will take twice as long to justify, but it actually is, for some reason, technically less infamy. But it doesn't matter, because we'll be safe scumming this anyway, because you kind of just have to do that. If you want to actually have fun in this early portion of the game, as the Papal States, you do need to save scum a lot. Yeah, I'm going to try. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a save. And if it lets me, because what can happen is your war goal can become invalid and then the justification will cancel, which really sucks if you've already taken the infamy for it. And I've had this happen with acquire state. But we are going to justify to acquire state and see if that works. All right, we have about a month left before we get our CV on Sardinia Piedmont. We are going to mobilize now. Because we will want as many troops as we can get. And we need to mobilize now because, well, I'll show you later. And this is why we mobilize. We get the Reluctant Fighter, which reduces our mobilization size. We actually got this guy for free. Oh, we're still actually getting our mobilized stacks. That's awesome. All right, we have our war goal on Sardinia Piedmont. France is actually at war with Algeria, which I think is like one of the last wars they actually have. So I think we should be good. We're just gonna, and we will go Sardinia Piedmont, declare war, acquire state early. We are going to take Sardinia. And France will accept. I'm actually going to make another save. Because again, save scumming is borderline necessary at this stage of the game for the Papal States. And we'll see if France screws us over when we call them to war. Because if another war breaks out in France, they will white peace Sardinia. It's annoying. Even if we've taken Sardinia, they will peace out with Sardinia Piedmont. And they've assumed leadership in the war. And as you can see, again, France just adds the stupidest war. It's like, take capital of Sardinia Piedmont. This is bizarre why they do that. Like, you're just taking a bunch of infamy for no reason. Because they are going to peace out Sardinia Piedmont. And that's why I basically dumped as many soldiers as I could on here. So that, because what we have to do basically is siege down the island of Sardinia as fast as possible. Oh, and they just did it. They white peaced for no reason. Like, it drives me so annoying. Oh, because they're at war with Algeria. No, they were already at war with Algeria. Yeah, I don't know why they peace out, but it means, like, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait to call them in, because you do want to call France into the war so that they get a truce with Sardinia Piedmont and therefore cannot gain influence points. And then hopefully you can at least delay France adding them to their sphere. Because I think I do want to actually go to war with Sardinia Piedmont again. Once our truce expires with them. Really, as long as we can occupy Sardinia before the French peace out, we should be good. But that's easier said than done. There we go. We've called in France, and we're like halfway through sieging down Cagliari. Because what I want to prevent is them moving their army over here, which I think they are about to do. They just white pieced again. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? This is ridiculous. Like, the problem is, if we don't immediately call in France, the Sardinians will take their troops and move them to Viterbo and start occupying my country, which is bad. And then, of course, the French army should be able to just crush them. Because the French AI is stupid, and I think they deleted their fleet. No, they didn't. Sometimes they just delete their fleet. It's ridiculous. Oh, they're trying to free Genoa. That's interesting. That would actually be really interesting to see Genoa freed. So they have... Yeah, they just have the core here. It's literally just Genoa, but... yeah, I'd much rather see that. I don't know how much war score that is. Oh, and the Austrians have taken the rest of our country back. That's very nice of them. We don't have revanchism anymore. That's unfortunate. Okay, we've occupied our entire war goal. Will they take peace? They would accept peace. Wonderful. All right, that's wonderful, and they're probably going to white peace, even though they are wiping the floor with them. I'm calling it out. They are going to white peace. I will be very surprised if they don't white peace. And they white peaced with Sardinia, even though they had pretty much their entire country sieged down. It drives me nuts. Then again, Genoa would have gone into the French sphere if they released them, but still, it's so annoying. Anyway, next plan, we're going to justify on 2 Sicilies. Because, you know, why do they get 2 Sicilies? Like, isn't one just enough of them? They only need 1 Sicily, so we're going to take Sicily from them. And they can have the other Sicily, which is Naples. Oh, and since we have a gold mine, we can now actually fund things. That's absolutely wonderful. And now the French are actually moving troops into my territory. I don't know why they're doing that, but I'm not going to complain. I think what happened is they got exiled, so they were, for some reason, trying to move them, like, around. Which, again, the AI in this game is so stupid, but it works for me because all I had to do was give them military access, and now they're stuck here because they're no longer exiled. It's brilliant. Now, here's a funny thing. So, in the 1830s start date, the Kingdom of France and the Kingdom of France, these are 2 different tags. So the Bourbon Restoration is different from the July Monarchy. They have different tags. So the regular French tag is the July Monarchy, and then the Bourbon Restoration, which gets overthrown immediately, is actually a separate tag. Because I made an alliance before the July Revolution, I still have an alliance with the other Kingdom of France. So I'm allied with both of these guys, which is absolutely hilarious. This is hilarious because so much of the French army is stuck here. Oh, they're actually shipping them out, but so much of the French army is stuck here in my country that for a little while the legitimists had at least somewhat of a shot at winning, because these guys are going to get destroyed. All right, we have our war goal on the Sicilians. Let's hope the French do not drop the ball on this one. Oh my goodness, these generals are absolutely abysmal. Like, who hired this guy? He's got -1 attack, -1 defense. He's useless. Oh, the French are actually doing well. That's wonderful to see. Oh, hey, there we go. Like, Java and Sicily are, I believe, like the 2 biggest sulfur producers in the world. It's insane how much sulfur you get. All right, when does our truce with Sardinia expire? Oh, we got quite a few years. Demobilize. There we go. Since it'll be a little bit before we go to war, I'm actually going to change to the College of Cardinals party. Because the weird thing with political parties with the Papal States is that normally your reactionary party will be jingoist, in addition to protectionism and state capitalism. We actually don't have a jingoist party. The College of because the reactionary party is the College of Cardinals, so they're going to be anti-military because, you know, randomly declaring war on people is not very Christian as far as they're concerned. So we actually don't have a jingoist party, but this is the party that will let us build factories, so because they are state capitalism. And so I think we're just going to build a few factories, mostly to make use of all the sulfur we have. Here, so we're going to build fertilizer, and then when we get the money, we're going to also build stuff that use fertilizer, like explosives, ammunition, and the like. Military. Like, a lot of military goods at some point will need sulfur, and you get a 3-point bonus if you actually have the resources in the state. So, yeah, we're just going to build all the things that require sulfur. Oh, they're still in this, like, forever war with Algeria because all their troops are in the Papal States. Poor France. I don't feel bad at all. Barely anyone is going to actually work in these factories, but, you know, it'll give us industrial score, and eventually people will start converting to craftsmen and start working in these factories, and then that will... Because a lot of these are actually going to be military goods, that's going to be really useful for us because we'll have a domestic supply of military goods. I'm also going to build a steel mill here because I know that we're going to... Because, one, we do actually have iron. Not a lot of iron, but still iron. And we will... And this will become coal once this becomes iron. And I do want to have at least some domestic iron production. Or steel production, sorry. And then we're also going to build a winery here in... Lazio, because, well, fruit's basically the only real RGO we have. We do have some sulfur, but not a lot. Most of it is just fruit. It's just all Italy produces is just fruit. They're actually having to mobilize against the legitimists. Are you kidding me? Well, seems Tripoli is independent. Oh, they're at war with the Ottomans. Alright, we'll see how they do. It doesn't seem to be going very well. Because if they go independent, I'm conquering them. I am absolutely going to go conquer them. The Bourbons just fell to liberal rebels, and now are immediately getting sieged down by reactionary rebels. Oh, Texas became an autocratic dictatorship. That is unfortunate. Oh, I did not know Rossini was this early in the Romantic period. Well, you know. Alright, our truce with Savoy is over. So I'm going to see if we can justify a make puppet war goal. Before the French add them to their sphere. Because if we can get them as a puppet, we'll become super powerful. Alright, we have our war goal against Savoy. French haven't been able to sphere them yet, so we are going to save the game. And declare war on them. They have only 17 brigades, so we're going to just make puppet. And will the French join? They will join. Wonderful. Let's hope they don't screw us over. Oh, that's a great general. We actually have a decent general. That's wonderful. +2 attack, +1 defense. He's good on attack and defense. And we are going to take a river crossing penalty, but hey, what can you do? We outnumber them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right, have the French added any dumb war goals? Take capital. Of course they did. Oh my goodness, France, you are so annoying. They white pieced again. They white pieced again. This is so annoying. It's mind-boggling. Why do they do this? Like, we have so many more brigades than Savoy. It's nonsensical to piece out with them. And they just did it again! Like... Like, it does not make sense. It's so annoying. You're not even at war! Alright, here's the plan. Finish mobilizing. And see if we can get... Yeah, their war exhaustion is actually pretty high. So that's probably what's doing it. Alright, so what we are going to do... We're going to form a doom stack. And go to war with Savoy all by ourselves. We have how many brigades? 10. We have 22. I think now we will call in France, because now their army is over here. So we are going to call in France and see if that works. That did not work. All right, new plan. We're going in from behind. We have taken Modena, so we can piece them out at will. But I am going to wait. Oh, and they have attacked us. Probably not going to go very well for them. And yeah, they're going to get absolutely just slaughtered. And you can see they're building brigades there, so we got to be quick here. And we're going to just put some troops everywhere where we can see them recruiting, so that they cannot recruit. Oh, and you can see we immediately just destroyed some infantry that Savoy built, which is going to suck for them. We can actually probably piece out Modena, yeah. Because I only stayed at war with Modena so we had military access through them. Because the way this game works is that you don't automatically get military access wherever your enemy has military access, which is kind of annoying. All right, they will peace out. Yes. Yes, there we go. Satellite of the Papal States. Yeah, what we're going to do is I think we're going to justify a war on Tripoli. Demand concession. Oh, we immediately got caught. That's annoying. All right, we will take Barca. And we will call in Savoy. Yes, we're friends now. Oh, and they've already given up. There we go. All right, for the first time this entire game, I actually have a full army stack. Like a full standard army stack. That's... Well, it took us... Actually, no, it took us less than a decade. We're less than a decade in. It just feels like it's been going on forever. Like the first 10 years is... The Papal States is so long. Let's see, I think we should probably go to war with Naples. Let's see if we can... Scientists in our country have discovered secularization. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need much of that here. All right, we have our war goal on Naples. Would France join me? France will not accept. Why? Why not? I mean, I guess you're cordial with them. Are you allied with them? No. You're not at war. You've got no war exhaustion. Why won't you join me? That's weird. But Savoy will, because they're my vassal and they kind of have to. So, yeah. Off we go. Savoy, what are you doing? Why are you naval invading there? Just Oh my goodness. Why couldn't you just put your troops on the boats, then ship them over to my territory, and then launch your attack instead of, like, sailing them all the way over here when Naples has naval superiority? Like, we have, what, 11 plus 9? Okay, technically we do have more ships, but, like, what are you doing? They have 4 men of war! You have none. And you're doing it again! Savoy, what is wrong with you? I mean, yeah, you got your army here, but at what cost? Oh, we've completely destroyed the Neapolitan army. That's glorious. Oh, and there we go. There we go, and Naples is now our puppet. They do what we tell them. And now we don't really need to worry about either of these two becoming great powers. Yeah, it looks like the Egyptians aren't doing so hot. Ah, hey, we're a great power! That's interesting. All right. I promessi sponsi. I probably butchered that. Yes. One language, one culture, one nation. Yes. That totally isn't related to any controversial phrases that come from the Germans whatsoever. It is purely Italian. Anyone who uses it other than Italians is committing cultural appropriation and therefore racist. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh, the rebels are absolutely slaughtering the Tuscans. Oh my goodness. All right, Tuscany has just fallen to rebels, which means two things. One, we're still banned. What? So, most importantly, everyone's opposed now. And if I were to stay as a great power, I would probably, just take this opportunity to sphere them, but I don't think we're going to stay a great power. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to conquer them. Because now all the great powers hate them and they have no allies. Scientists in our country have discovered atheism. Yeah, I don't think we have much of a use for that one, guys. I think we're gonna pass on that idea. I'm gonna say no to that. Just, it doesn't sound very Christian. I don't think. Just a hunch, but yeah. All right, we got our war goal for free after making my life painful. So, what we're gonna do, conquest. Wait, France broke their alliance with us? What? Really? Well, that's annoying. You want to alliance? All right, we're gonna need a great power ally. Oh, and there we go. And now we're back to number 8. Wait, reactionaries? What? That's... Didn't know we had reactionaries. Really? Reactionaries? Well, I guess not anymore. Huh. Ooh, people are really mad. Suppress you and go... that. That ought to calm them down. Well, only 3.3 infamy to take all of Tripoli. That's not bad. And now we get the Tripolitanian menace. That's... It is so annoying when you get that event, because that increases your war goal justification speed. All right, we have our war goal against Tripoli, so we're just gonna... All right, we are going to declare that. And call in our loyal friends, Naples and Savoy, who would have no reason not to like me. Hey, we're at great power again. Yeah, I'm just gonna let my vassals finish them off, because I mean, why not? Yeah, why fight the war myself when my best friends are willing to do it for me? Oh my gosh, what is happening to Spain? Denmark and the Ottoman. What the? Spanish liberation of British Indonesia. Oh my goodness, Spain, what are you? Oh my God, Spain, what are you doing? You went to war with the British Empire all by yourself? What? Why? Oh my goodness, Spain, what is wrong with you? There we go. The annexed. There we go. Baby's first colonial empire. What? The East India Company is landing in France. Who are you at war with? You're also at war with the British Empire. What are you at war with the British Empire for? Dutch Liberation Flag? No, not that one. The Anglo-American War. Acquire all states with core provinces? What? Oh my gosh, so the British are going to war for Oregon. Pius the Ninth. Ooh, alright. Most popular man on the Italian peninsula. Yes, it is time for reforms. Specifically, the reformation of Italy under the rulership of the Holy See. Yes. The Prussians will ally us. Wow. All right. We're friends with the Prussians now. Yeah, I'm guessing there's not going to be much of a culture comp in this universe since now the Pope and the Prussians are friends. Yes, and why are we friends with the Prussians? Because we're about to destroy the Austrians. We've allied with the Lutheran Prussians against the Catholic Austrians as the Pope. That's... Welcome to the 19th century. Alright, we've researched nationalism and imperialism, which means we can do two things. One, Valley Kings. Free prestige. Second, we can do Italian Culture Union. The time has come to call upon the Italian people to rise up and unite under a common banner. Risorgimento must commence. Yes. I have no idea what exactly that does, but I do know that now we can fight the War of Unification. Will the Prussians join us? Aww. Alright, now that I've got Modena in my sphere of influence, that is all the independent Italian miners in my sphere of influence, which means we can now form Italy. But first, what I'm going to do, because we have 11 infamy, that's not good. Sardinia, like, if we release, say, Sardinia, they're in our sphere of influence, automatically. So we can read, and then we lose infamy. And then Sicily, we will release you. So that's like half our infamy, just gone. Just gone. And now what we're going to do is we are just going to go... There we go. Avanti Italia! By establishing a dominant position on the Italian peninsula, we can secure a national homeland for our people by proclaiming ourselves the motive power of a united Italian state. Yes, the Papal Kingdom. Ugh. I do not like this green color, but whatever. Okay, for some reason, I tried like modifying the game files to give me to basically restore the Papal States color to the Papal Kingdom. Apparently I already did that, and it just wasn't working. All right, I've mostly got my... Ooh, I can commission a warship. All right, I've got most of my armies in place. The Austrians are still allied with the French, but if I declare war to liberate my cores, the Prussians will join us. So, yeah. Off to war it is. Oh, the Austrians have attacked us. Oh, crap. Radetzky. I forgot about Radetzky. Oh, no. I forgot Radetzky exists. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, we are going to get slaughtered if we let him out to play too much. Ooh, we are taking attrition there, so. Yeah, we're actually taking attrition there, so. I'm actually going to fall back here because we're taking some really bad attrition there. Okay. We held off Radetzky. Ooh, yeah, he did a number on us. Oh man, Radetzky is so overpowered. Could we add war reparations? Yeah, reparations. That's only 5 war score. Yeah. We can probably add war reparations. Wait, let's also add war reparations on the French. Let's see if we can do that. We are going to make so much money. And then we'll use that to like build up our navy or something. Because we are going to need a massive navy in the future. Oh my goodness. Because we got a full backline of artillery. France is just getting absolutely stomped. Yeah, and yeah, there they go. There's peace. We can officially recognize the CSA. I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, what do the Americans think of me? They don't like me very much anyway. I mean, they have the same opinion. It would be funny. It would be funny to legally recognize them. How many Catholics live in the CSA? I mean, there's Louisiana. I think that's about it. Yeah, they're all Baptists. I'm not going to recognize them. I discovered the source of the Nile. I can call it. After I really... No, I'm pretty sure our ruler's name is like Pius IX, I think. We can just name it Lake Rome. We'll name it Lake Francisco and pretend it's named after St. Francis. Oh! The Prussians want to join the Austro-Prussian War. What? Yeah, sure. Oh, Spain's joined the war. All right, let's see how these ironclads do. Oh. Oh my, yes. Yes! Oh, yeah. Oh man, that is awesome. Can I take Cuba? I think I might actually be able to take Cuba. Oh, that would be so funny if I could take Cuba. Place in the sun, Cuba. It's like 5 infamy, but we'll be fine. Oh, did the Prussians get us Cuba? Oh my gosh, they got us Cuba! Let's go! This is so stupid. The Mexicans have gone to war with the Americans for Texas. And they have more brigades. What? How do you have more brigades than the Americans? That's insane. Also, why didn't you declare for like California or something? Because you probably would have been able to just occupy that a lot easier. I still can't believe we got Cuba. All right, our truce with the Austrians is over. So we're gonna liberate all our cores again and see if the Germans will join us again. And they will. Awesome. We're going back in, boys. Wait, where were the British? What? Well, that was unexpected. I thought they were... I thought the Austrians... I could have sworn they were allied with the French. We're going to go into massive debt, but whatever. It's better than dying. Because the Royal Navy is scary. Oh. Oh my gosh, we won. We can get reparations from the British Empire. Let's go. All right, we're starting to get quite sizable here. I think, and it's 1871 right now. I think it is time to do, at least to start to do, what I intended to do all along. We are going to justify a war against France. We've decided this is the Pope. You know, it used to be the Pope. People listened to the Pope, right? Rulers would do what he told them to. Those days are long gone. Now we got, you know, these... See, look at the religious policy of France. Secularized. Or Spain. Secularized. Austria. Atheism. It is time that moral order is restored in Europe. And I think the first place we're going to assert this authority is going to be France. Oh, they're mobilized, and they only have 285 brigades. How many do we have? 150? The Germans, also 150. Yeah. The Germans aren't going to be friends with us much longer, but it was fun while it lasted. All right, that is absolutely disgusting. Oh my goodness. All right, time to go to war with the Ottomans. The Germans, of course, will accept. That is wonderful, because this is probably going to be the last war they're going to help us with. And now we are going to immediately justify a war on the Spanish. So if I declare war on the Spanish, will the Germans join me? Oh. Still, I don't think Germany can actually go to war with me since they're on my side in a war. So I'm just not going to end the war. Alright, we have our war goal with Greece. Now this would put us at war with the British. Well, they're at war with the Russians, though, so... maybe they'll be distracted. Germans won't join, as usual. Occitania will, because they have to. Go blockade them. Oh. Oh, it's finally happening. The infamy wars have reached us. Japanese diplomats have approached our nation with an ultimatum. Dismantle the Papal Kingdom immediately, or the great powers of the world will be forced to unite against us. Never! Oh, there's the British fleet. At least one of them. Oh, we just absolutely destroyed them. Well, that's convenient. Okay, so as long as we have it all in a death stack, we should be fine. Yeah, we just need to sink these British fleets before they can all coalesce around us. Well, that's one way to deal with a liberal uprising. Thanks, Japan. Alright, I absolutely slaughtered the Japanese army there. Are you willing to make peace now? Alright, yes, and they're going to give me money. Yes, that's exactly what we need. That is all we need right now, is just money. Alright, we have taken Athens from the Greeks. That's what they get for inventing gayness. And the British are willing to give me reparations. Wonderful. All it cost them was most of their navy. Now we are at peace. You know, the Ottomans, just ignore them. Just ignore the Ottomans. They don't exist. They're in your mind. Oh, the Americans have decided to join the war. They have declared war upon us and will pursue the war until we are disarmed. What if I just send a navy over here? Oh, they're probably... oh yeah, we can go to... oh yeah, because we have supply here because we have Cuba. Yeah. The Russians have joined the war. Alright. Good luck with that. Alright, our truce with France is up, so we will justify a war on them. It will probably be completely redundant because they are probably just going to declare war on me anyway. Oh, there we go. How many brigades do you have? 137. Did they call in the Austrians? They did not. Yeah, I don't know where those 73 brigades are, but they sure aren't here. Same with yours. What happened to your navy? I could have sworn you had like over 100 of them. I could have sworn you had over 100 ships and now they're gone. What happened to them? Did I just sink them and not realize it? It's entirely possible. Are you guys can go repair. The sale of a Saab. Yes, please. Wait, Where even is Asa? What did I buy? Oh, that. Okay. Oh, France is offering me Paris. This is so disgusting. This is literally some of the most disgusting borders I have ever seen in this game. Alright, I think it's time we actually make peace with the Ottomans. The Germans actually really like us. What that says about the Germans, and whether or not they... Oh, Germany's at war with France. We already destroyed France, so the Germans are going in to finish the job. Oh, crap. They're about to form Germany, aren't they? Normally, I would happily go to war over this, but I think the Christian thing to do would be to turn the other cheek. That's totally my only motivation for not going to war with them. Alright, our truce with Spain is over, so I'm just gonna... Oh my goodness, it is going to take so long. Oh, because our war exhaustion is so high. Yeah. Oh! Hey, look at that! The Papal Kingdom stands triumphant. Lose 1,000 infamy. We have proven that no nation can stand in the Papal Kingdom's way. We will do as we please, and no amount of objection from the so-called great powers of the world will deter us from achieving our destiny. Yes. Oh, now the Germans will ally us again. Let's go. Why is there an Eiffel Tower in Barcelona? That's weird. Because there's an Eiffel Tower in Paris as well. Like, which one's the real Eiffel Tower? Or did they just build both? Oh, and the Ottomans are somehow in the German sphere again. I don't know how that happened. Which is annoying because it means I'm going to eventually have to piss off the Germans. Unless I go to war with Spain, justify on the Ottomans again. Oh wait, no, because we have a truce with them. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just going to have to wait until we're at war with someone else and the Germans are on our side, and then we go fight the Ottomans. Alright, we have our war goal against the Spanish. And, of course, the Germans, faithful allies of the Pope, are going to join us. I did not expect the German Empire to be the Pope's biggest supporter in this game. Alright, these will both arrive on the 7th of July, so we'll see who arrives first. Well, it looks like we're not going to figure out whether or not the Spanish would have escaped, because, yeah, these would have arrived in Cordova on the 7th of July. These guys would have arrived there on the 7th of July, but Sigismondo Lunardi was able to beat both of them, apparently. That's one way of dealing with it. You have -3 defense and you're about to get attacked, so I think we're gonna replace you. There we go. Giuseppe de Reses. He seems like a much better choice for the job. In fact, if there's any like purely bad generals, we might want to just turn them off. Yeah, like, Gaetano della Rovere, who hired you? No, we're not using you. Giulio Gravina? Nope. They're unassigned. They're already unassigned. I wonder why. Who is hiring these guys? Matteo Lunardi. Who's hiring these guys? Look, Carlo Ottaviani. You've got negative in both things. Like, who keeps hiring these guys? -3 attack and -1 defense. Sigismondo Scamacca. Yeah, it really puts the scam in Scamacca there. He's completely useless. Oh, we got another race. Who will win? Sigismondo Lunardi or Jose Antonio Ruiz? They will both arrive on the 11th of August. We will see. Oh. Well. That answers that. There we go. All right, I think we are done fighting the Spanish for a good long while. Oh, it appears Tunis managed to win their war against the Ottomans. Well, don't mind if I do. Well, that was easy. I don't think that's Turkish Tunis. We can demand San Menbei. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, the Qing refused. Alright, looks like we're at war with the Chinese. Just going to find their fleet and destroy it. They have a fleet, right? Yep. Alright, we just need to destroy their fleet and that'll be that. Oh hey, what's this? Oh, found the Chinese fleet. How much do we need for the punitive expedition? 10 war score? Alright, we managed to beat the Chinese, and I know we originally demanded San Menbei, but we can take any treaty port we want that isn't taken. So let's see. Oh, Macau. So we're just going to see who has the most pops and go based on that. I think we'll take Shanghai. Like, yeah, we would have taken San Menbei, but the Chinese didn't agree, so we're going to take the much more valuable Shanghai, because I have, like, twice the pops. And now the Chinese will pay for most of our conquests. So the British have annexed Egypt, which is annoying, because I need to take Cairo. But I'm still allied with the Germans, so if I could go to war with the British and call in the Germans, maybe I could seize Cairo and then, while we're at war with them, go to war with the Ottomans for Sham. That's an idea. It is time to act! Yes. The United Kingdom is getting too big for their boots. Yeah, someone needs to knock those British down a peg. Clearly, they're the biggest threat to world peace. You know, I have a hunch that if Belgium gets the Congo, they're gonna do some things that aren't really Christian. So we're gonna say that the Pope doesn't want the Belgians to get the Congo. That makes sense. We are very we take morality very seriously here in the Papal Kingdom. Oh, hey, it's the Royal Navy. Hi, guys. Oh, I think the Greeks are at war with us. Yeah, most of their navy is just transport ships, which means that it's... Like, when when you look at this, it's like 431 ships. Most of those are transports. Look, 52 transports, 23 transports. Okay, that's a lot of capitals. We're with Sweden too? Really? The Danish are having a bad time. Right, this is really weird. If you zoom out to the exact right spot, and it is really hard to do this, you're zoomed in enough that your unit counters appear on the map, but you're zoomed out enough that you see the paper map. It is one of the weirdest, it is one of the weirdest things in this game, and it's always kind of neat to see it happen. It looks absolutely ridiculous as well. How much would London be? Only 45. I mean, we're already over the infamy limit. So what's 15 more? Yeah, we might not get it this war, but one, we're already over the infamy limit. It'll eventually reset. And two, yeah, that means it's going to be a lot harder to win this war, which means the Germans will stay in here longer, which is what we want. Now we can finally justify a war against the Ottomans. Alright, we got these new fancy cruisers. Let's try seeing how they do against the British Navy. Alright, we have engaged the British Navy. Well, I think it's safe to say that our new cruisers did pretty well. And again, most of our fleet is ironclad, so that's probably what actually did most of the heavy lifting. Well, there's the other half of the Royal Navy. I don't know where they were when we were busy fighting them. And it's mostly transport, of course it is. But yeah, we actually took a lot of damage in that battle, so we are going to go repair before we go jumping into another battle. Alright, I've got a war goal against the Ottomans. They're allied with the Germans, but the Germans are on my side in another war, so I don't think they're actually able to fight me. Let's go. And here it says they won't accept what they have to accept. That won't put me at war with the Germans, will it? It won't. It won't. So for as long as I'm at war with the British, the Germans can't fight me. Oh, they're doing an all-out assault. Right. Combat width has been filled. And we have immediately wiped out their front line. Oh my goodness! Wow! Wow, yeah, we just slaughtered their entire front line. Oh, Ottomans have pieced out for Sham. Wonderful, and then that leaves... Yeah, that's just London and Cairo. Honestly, we could probably just we don't even need to take the Suez. That's just an extra goodie. It's like if we just went that, yeah, they're not going to accept that one, but... Oh, it appears we've been attacked and I didn't even notice. Well, that could have gone really badly if it weren't for the fact that we're slaughtering them. Oh, hello. Okay. The British have landed a giant army here. Which we are going to just... which we are going to attack. Oh, they sent pure infantry against... Oh, yeah, we actually have guards. These are our regular stacks. Oh my goodness, that was a huge blunder on Britain's part. Oh my gosh, we just slaughtered them. Wow. We beat the British to a man. We beat the retreating British. So now they're going to... Oh, poor Britain. Oh, and the Tigrayan Patriots are attacking the British. That's lovely. So we're going to let the British finish those guys off, and then we'll piece them out. But the British have decided to land an army here again. And they have no way out, because I just sank it. So, let's see how this goes for them. Alright, we have engaged the British invasion force. Let's see how well it goes for them. Ooh, yeah, that doesn't look very good. There were 5,000 survivors. That's lovely. You know those videos where it's like, it shows the front lines as they change during various different wars? I wonder what those would look like in this timeline of like the the Papal Kingdom's conquest of the Mediterranean every week or what have you. Probably be insane. Oh, the British would accept the peace. British will accept this peace offer. Why, Cairo? Really? I didn't even need to land in London. Like, they're just giving me London without actually having to take London. That is awesome. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. All right. There we go. There we go. Acquire Cairo, acquire Sinai. The capital of the United Kingdom. All right, we have pieced out with the British. We now have the Suez Canal, which is going to make us a whole bunch of money. That's really going to help our finances. We have taken London without even having to land in Britain, which is kind of weird. Most importantly, we are now able to do what we set out to do 56 years ago in 1830. To reject the growing trends towards secularization, to say no to policies of secularism and atheism, push back against the decline of moral authority in the Christian world. And in the process, necessitated that we restore the greatest empire known to man. That's right. His Holiness shall become the ruler of a reformed Roman Empire. All the Romanic languages are an integral part of our new nation and share equal rights. Huzzah! Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, there we go. Much better. Yes, we have reformed the Roman Empire. And we can then immediately form Italy. We're not going to do that. Now we have cores over all of this territory. Oh my goodness, it is ridiculous. This actually isn't the default name or flag for the Roman Empire in Fantasy Formables, but I changed it so that it looks nicer because the flag looks awful by default. Ooh. Do I want to flood Palestine with Jews? Yeah, that seems like it could cause some tensions between everyone. Yeah, let's not do that. That just sounds like it's doomed to fail. Hate to break it to you guys. We're actually going to have to stay at peace for a while because our war exhaustion is absolutely massive. And we're getting only half the war exhaustion reduction we would normally get because we're still an international pariah. We should get the event for it soon. I don't think we ever actually got the event where we get the ultimatum to dismantle our empire. Ooh, the Vesuvius Observatory. Yes, please. Free research points. Oh, there it is. American diplomats have approached our nation with an ultimatum. Dismantle the Roman Empire immediately, or the great powers of the world will be forced to unite against us. The thing is, everything I hold is core territory, so I actually do wonder what would happen if I just acquiesced to their demands. But I'm not going to because I want America's money, actually. It looks like we're going to really help the Americans get rid of some of their more obsolete ships, if I do say so myself. Well, there goes most of the American Navy. War goal, more reparations. There we go. And they've made peace. That was easy. We have so many brigades. Organizing these is gonna be a nightmare. I swear, this single playthrough, just organizing these armies is probably going to give me arthritis. I'm calling it now. Or carpal tunnel, or whatever it is when you play the piano too much. Oh, the Spanish and the French have gone to war with each other. What are you going to war over? Portuguese conquest of Galicia. Alright, we've been able to add Andorra to our sphere, which means we can diplomatically annex them. Yep. Yoink. No more Andorra. It's ours now. Oh, there we go. Okay, the Spanish don't have any allies, so I'm actually going to go to war with them first. And the Germans, again, don't want to join. I mean, come on, guys. I thought going to war was like your national industry. So the Spanish actually do have an atheist religious policy for their ruling party. So I guess it does make sense that the first conquest of the newly reformed Roman Empire under His Holiness would go after them first. Right, they are trying to flee to the mountains of Bilbao, but I can actually get to them before that happens, so that's what I'm going to do. There we go. Okay, the Spanish actually made a pretty smart move here. They put a +4 attack general to offset both the dig-in and the crossing. What they didn't account for is the fact that, our legions far outnumber those of their army. They keep raising armies here in Bilbao, and means I can't actually... Oh, they're offering me a white peace. I think they just offered that in the hopes that I would just assume that they're capitulating and accept it without realizing what was happening. That is the only explanation I can think of for why Spain would send that. Would even think I would accept that deal. There we go, Spain. See, was that so hard? All right, so the Germans don't want to join my war against the French. But I think I can beat the French on my own, so we're just going to go in. And the Portuguese have decided to join the French against me, so we are going to go in and conquer them. Alright, the people are agitating for universal health care, which, to be honest, I can't really blame them, considering that probably half the adult male population has in some way been injured in a war. Supposedly the French still have 100 brigades, but I have no idea where they are. I think they're just in their colonies. Which basically means I have free reign to do whatever I want in metropolitan France. Yeah, here's a pro tip. If there's a resurgent Roman Empire on your borders, don't put your armies off overseas fighting wars for some colonies or what have you. Put them in your metropole so that you don't get annexed by said Roman Empire. Then we will make peace with the French again. There we go. This is okay. Now our borders actually look kind of nice for once. Oh! Well, looks like everyone's going to be fine with my existence for the next couple of months. Oh, there's the Qing Navy. And it's gone. And now we have Tietsin. Cool. More importantly, we are now very much in the green. Why bother balancing the budget when you could just have the Chinese do it for you? 19th century economics. I call it Chingonomics. Okay, so since I'm #1 great power, I do get first dibs on all the oil in the world. I'm still not able to get anywhere near enough fuel. Problem is, I don't think we actually produce any oil. Yeah, we don't, so we can't make oil refineries. Alright, despite the Germans' attempts to stop us, we have been able to sphere Switzerland. And now we can just, yep, there we go. We can annex them. There we go. That actually makes our borders look so much nicer. Right, so apparently the British are at war with the Americans right now. Which means I think now is as good a time as ever to go to war for our cores. And the British are pushing into Egypt. But that's not where our army is. Our army is up here in London. Where is their capital? And the British have decided to throw pure infantry at me. Let's see how well that goes for them. Because the Greeks have joined in the war. So, yeah, we're gonna take them out. Oh, and apparently Sweden's in the war as well. That's lovely. Alright. I'm gonna go kill the Swedish Navy. Well, that did not go very well for the British. Oh, and yeah, they were encircled. Wonderful. Ooh, the British seem to have lost a lot of brigades in that battle. Did I just kill like half the British army? I wouldn't be surprised. Are they still at war with the Americans? They are. Huh. Well, the Americans hate me, so I'm not going to be able to take a peek in there. Alright, the Greeks will accept to restore order. Wonderful. So doesn't that look so much nicer? I think it does. Actually, I think I might have actually borked the British Central American War, because I've occupied pretty much all the British Isles. The Americans can't occupy it. They can't get war score. Ooh, a model colony. Yes. What's the model colony? Colonial Cyrenaica. Yeah, Colonial Cyrenaica. You know, the province that is being invaded by the British and sieged down by liberal rebels. Model colony. The first Zionist Congress. What? Agreed to fully pursue the establishment of a Jewish state in Palestine. I don't know if you really want to be moving to Palestine right now. There's a lot of British people there. All right, we have unlocked gas attack. They are sending me a peace offer every single day, and it's getting on my nerves. This is ridiculous. Just, I'm going to play this live. Okay? Watch how long it takes for them to send another offer. Oh no! I can't believe I called it. I called it. Oh, this is interesting. I promise, I didn't put anything into the console. They're just offering to make peace? Now that I've reloaded the save? Okay. Alright, I'm going to declare war on Morocco. Liberate all my cores. The Germans, again, will not join the war. And I don't think the British are actually able to join. Yeah, they're not. There we go. Right, so the Roman Empire actually gets cores on these states here, which historically weren't part of the Roman Empire. Because historically the Roman Empire only just went up to the Danube, and then those were the borders of the empire, except for a period of time where they went into Dacia. And I think the historical Roman borders actually look better. The thing is, that's a lot of states I'd have to manually add as war goals, instead of just doing the acquire all core provinces war goals. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to release Hungary. Yeah, because Hungary only has these 3 core states that I'm going to want to take. So yeah, I can just go to war with Austria-Hungary, release Hungary, and then go to war with Austria again for the cores that Austria keeps, and then go to war for my Hungarian cores. That's the plan. Wow, I just got a free dismantle casus belli on Brazil. I mean, I'll take it. I probably won't do it. For a second I thought that was America, but no, it's orange. Whoa, 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 oh. Oh, orange is a lot bigger than I remember. Alright, my troops are in position against the Austrians. We are going to declare war. And we are just going to humiliate them. I got a free humiliate CB. Will the Germans join? No, they will not. Of course they won't. They never join. The Romanians are invading. Alright, they're willing to give up Hungary. There we go. Do we still have our dismantle war goal against Brazil? We do. Ooh, and they only have Colombia as an ally. know what? I think we're going to Brazil. They lost 100,000 men. We lost 2,000. That's the power of poison gas for you. You know, I only now realize just how huge Brazil is. Wow. The thing is, most of it is just jungle. It's all jungle. Like, really dense jungle. Oh, wow. Really? Well, we only occupied this small portion of Brazil, which is absolutely massive. Okay, we've occupied just this small portion of Brazil, and they're already willing to give up. All right, the once mighty Empire of Brazil has been reduced to just this one small strip of land near Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, this is why you don't mess with the Pope. Because this is what he will do to you, because he's in charge of the Roman Empire. This is a cursed timeline. This is an absolutely cursed timeline. What the? Okay, so apparently the Americans have also attempted to destabilize us. They tried to kill the Pope. Yeah, we can't allow that to happen. All right, America. As revenge for you trying to kill the Pope, prepare to die. Okay, Germany has declared war on me. That's not good. Yeah, this time it's the Germans who are getting gassed. Okay, we won the Battle of Verdun and the Battle of Lille. We can probably add in war reparations from the Germans. And they would accept peace. There we go. Okay, that was scary. Now we know that the Germans are not to be trusted under any circumstances. I mean, we already knew that, but you know, we deluded ourselves into thinking that, you know, maybe the Prussians aren't so bad. Maybe the 30 Years' War is behind us. Maybe that whole Reformation thing, we can put our differences aside and restore the glory of Rome. But I mean, now that I say it out loud, it always seemed like a completely idiotic idea. I mean, come on, the Germans were the ones who destroyed the Roman Empire. Dirty heretics. Ah, it appears they have invented gas defense. That's unfortunate. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, and we just accidentally destroyed their navy again. I promise, I wasn't trying to destroy the American Navy. It just kind of happened. What? Oh! Oh, hello! It's the Soviet Union! I don't think I've ever actually seen the Soviet Union form in-game. Oh my gosh, the Qing westernized! Congratulations! Only took you till 1908. This is so cool. I've never actually seen the Soviet... Oh, they hate me. They absolutely hate me. Oh, the Mensheviks are in charge. Interesting. So they're not actually communists. They're just socialists. All right. I don't think I can beat the Americans. Yeah, we're just gonna demand reparations and GTFO, as the kids say. Ah! Well, that isn't good. All right, apparently by putting the Pope in charge of the Roman Empire, we have, really thrown off the balance of the universe, I guess, because, we might have accidentally awoken Cthulhu in Antarctica. Oops. All right, it is 1909. We are running out of time. We need to take our course back. So we are going to go in against the Austrians, and for some reason, liberate all courts is 100 war score. Dismantle nations only 70, so that's what we're going to do. And hopefully my game won't crash this time. Well, it appears the Austrians have decided to attack me with a -9 modifier. -3 terrain, -1 -5 digging. I'm not even going to reinforce that. I'm just going to let that run its course. Yeah, look at that. We're slaughtering them. Well, that was easy. And then we automatically take all of our core provinces. Lovely. So all of Hungary's lands south of the Danube are Croatian cores. But north of the Danube, there are no Croatian cores. And I just want the land south of the Danube, rather than all of these cores here. So what we're going to do is we're going to declare war for these two states and then release Croatia. All right, let me get this straight. It is more war score to take these 4 provinces and release them to Croatia than to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 provinces for myself. That's some Victoria II logic, if I've ever seen it. It was also 12 infamy to do this, apparently. Oh, 5 provinces from Croatia, okay. All right, since we're over the infamy limit, now is as good a time as ever to just annex our sphere members who have our core territories. So the Soviet Union keeps banning my embassies in Serbia and Montenegro, so I think I might just invade them. They're only 2 mil-techs behind me, but I think I can beat them. As long as they don't get any weird military access, I should be able to beat them. All right, off we go to take out Serbia and Montenegro. Look at this, they're just melting. Oh, and the Germans have gone to war with us. All right, time to do the one thing I do every single time I'm facing a containment war. Destroy their navy and use it to get war reparations. Oh, and we just destroyed their entire navy. So, what's our war score look like? -15? We'll add reparations. And they will give us reparations. There we go. Peace in our time. Oh, and the Serbians are offering to be annexed. There we go. Beautiful. All right, while I've got a truce with the Soviets, why don't I go liberate my cores from the Romanians. I also noticed the Belgians do not have any friends, which is very bad as a great power on my border. And the Belgians are willing to be annexed. Wonderful. What happened to the Congo? Oh, the Congo just went free. Interesting. I did not expect this campaign to take this long. We're almost done taking all our cores. All we really need to fight is the Ottomans and the Germans. That's probably going to be one war. So the plan here is when our truce with the Germans and the Ottomans ends, we're going to move these armies in to sweep the Ottomans down here. We'll hold down here, and then we'll also push against the Germans to knock them out. And then we should be able to dismantle both empires in a single war, which will be awesome. And while we're at it, we'll also probably go after Luxembourg. Honestly, we could probably take Luxembourg now. And we still have international pariah, even though I don't think any great powers have tried to go to war with me. I mean, we don't have a truce with Japan. And I think they're the only ones who can actually go to war with me. Wait, why do you have a truce with Brazil? Oh, and Qing fascists, really. Qing fascists. But the Qing are long dead. They don't even have cores anywhere. Yeah, the Qing are gone. So now that we actually border Bulgaria, it doesn't really make sense to keep them as a puppet anymore. So while I'm still an international pariah, I will go and free them so that we can annex them. And it's not letting me annex them for some reason. That's weird, because they're in my sphere and they are allied to me. Oh, okay, apparently we managed to lose all our cores on Bulgaria when I released them. That's stupid. Alright, I think I have an idea on how to fix this issue. So what we are going to do, we are going to form Italy. Now what do our cores look like? Yeah, now we only have cores on Italy. Alright, I removed the flag that says that I formed Rome, so now we can form Rome. And now we have cores over Bulgaria, which means we can then go and release Bulgaria, and then annex Bulgaria. There we go. Problem solved. Hopefully this will not cause us any problems, and now I just need to fix our color. Yeah, for some reason, because I changed the color of both Theocratic Italy and the Roman Empire in the mod files, anytime the game has Theocratic Italy present, and then the Roman Empire will have the color of Italy. Reloading the game will fix it, but it's so weird that it happens. Oh, well, finally! It took you long enough to start the Death Wars. Never! Alright, time to go kill the Mexican Navy. The Japanese have joined the war, so we're actually going to go and take out their navy first. There we go, 13 war score. Add war goal. Reparations. And we will say, have a nice day to the Japanese. Yeah, I wasn't even trying to bait their navy out. I was just planning on blockading them until their war exhaustion went high enough for them to peace out, but they decided to attack. They thought, but apparently they thought, they've only got 58 ships out. We've got like 90. Let's go attack them. Despite the fact that they could clearly see that there were 2 other stacks of almost 60 ships in both of the sea zones adjacent to the Bay of Campeche. There we go. Mexico's paying for the war. Yeah, we have reached 1914, and as you can see, no great war. Under the holy leadership of the Pope, his restoration of the Roman Empire was able to achieve world peace. Totally. Well, it looks like Sweden tried to assassinate someone, and now we apparently have a justification to dismantle their entire empire. What empire? Honestly, then again, you could always just go to war for war reps. Oh, apparently they're allied with the British. Okay, maybe we won't go to war with them for their money. It's only a year until the Germans go to war with us again anyway. And they probably will go to war with us. And then we're going to just sweep through the Ottoman Empire. But so much of the upper house is liberal instead of socialist. Which means that they're only supporting the passing of political reforms, but because I'm a theocracy, I'm actually not allowed to pass any of these. It's insane. Alright, our truce with the Hungarians is up. They have no allies, so I think now it's as good a time as ever to get some of our cores back. Oh. And Sweden has gone to war with us. Which means that we are going to sink the Swedish Navy. And there we go. We have the borders of the Roman Empire in the... Are you kidding me? When does our truce with the Germans end? We got a few months left. I mean, I didn't expect the war to take this long, mostly because I didn't expect to also have to take this one random province in Slovenia. Oh, and the Hungarians have capitulated. There we go. That's looking much better. We have an extra unit somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, apparently he's right here. Were the Hungarians building irregulars? I mean, I just inherited this Hungarian unit and it's an irregular. That's infantry, that's infantry. Oh my goodness, those are irregulars. Oh my goodness. Hungary's doing... Yeah, Hungary's going to get crushed. And the Germans have gone to war with us. Alright, we are going to just try and hold here on the German front, and then, meanwhile, on the Ottoman front, we are going in. The Ottomans apparently have a navy. I do not like this fact. I wish to rectify it immediately. The Germans have apparently launched their first attack. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Germans still do not have gas defense, so that's always a good sign. Now that I think about it, I think it's smarter to just let Linz fall. Because this is just forest. Meanwhile, this is Forest Hills. This is montane forest, so that's really, really good defensive territory. Then I think we're going to just take out that army in Greece, because, yeah, they only have 100 brigades. They are mobilizing, but, yeah, I don't really feel that threatened by the Ottomans, to be honest. Like, it's really the Germans that I'm most worried about. And, well, the Germans are really showing their military genius here. The Germans are just doing an all-out assault. Oh, they got... Ooh. Yeah, the Germans are absolutely... Okay, the Germans are going to get completely destroyed here. They're attacking with pure infantry into mountain. Okay. The Germans are attacking with pure infantry into montane grassland with a -5 dig-in penalty across a river when they don't have gas defense. They are going to get demolished. Yes, oh, apparently no commander doesn't actually give you any downsides. It just means you don't have the upsides of having a general, which is interesting. Which is honestly probably better than some of these bastards. Oh. And we took out a huge chunk of the German Navy. They can flee through the Kiel Canal, which is annoying, but honestly kind of a moot point. Where did the German fleet actually go? Oh, there it is. Ooh, yeah, in that battle, just huge war score there. Oh, and they're going to start funneling even more troops in there. Oh, they're in Heligoland. Oh, they're apparently ferrying troops over. How cute. And we are being attacked again. Oh, how'd they get through? How did the Germans get through? How did the Germans get through here? How did the Germans get here? That's... Oh, and it's mountains. Dang it. Okay, we're gonna wanna go over here. How did the Germans get there? Did they retreat? I mean, they've clearly taken some losses. They might have retreated from Udenberg. Right, we're going to dismantle the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, how did the Germans get over here? Do they have military access somewhere? Like, I wish it could show us, like, where they have military access. Because the Soviets hate them, the Hungarians hate them, maybe the Bohemians? And that would make sense. The Germans have decided to feed even more troops into the Battle of Yensi Pazar, where the digging penalty is -5 and they're attacking with a -3 terrain penalty. They have invented gas defense though, so that's unfortunate. I missed gassing the Germans. That was a lot of fun. And this army is completely shot, so we're going to pull them out. And here we're going to reinforce there. These guys are just... Oh, and... they all pulled out. Oh no, that is so annoying. I forgot. We pulled out all of the troops that were on the front line, and so the rest were automatically forced to pull out of the battle. It's one of the most annoying things about battles in this game. Why are there 193 fascist brigades ready to revolt? That's insane. Why do I have so much fascist support? Who's supporting the fascists? Yeah, why is 8% of my country fascist? More importantly, you'd think the fascists who are like hyper-nationalistic wouldn't rise up during the middle of a huge war, but apparently that logic doesn't apply to fascists, apparently. Where are they retreating to? But no, you can't do that. That's cheating. There's Bergamo. Oh, we're gonna follow you then. Oh, because you thought it was next to it, so you thought you could retreat there. That is an interesting bug. The Turks here are encircled. And it is, again, pure infantry we're fighting, so we'll be fine. Yeah, we are slowly just whittling down their army. And we will just go blockade the Germans. And we have encircled these Turkish troops, so that's wonderful. They got 116 brigades, whereas we have 230 brigades, all in Turkey. So we outnumber their army 2-1 in Turkey alone. That's to say nothing about all this, which we can honestly probably start liberating. But I'll wait and see how many brigades they have after this one. Honestly, this German Patriot Uprising does kind of make sense because we are at war with the Germans, but still, they're South Germans. They're supposed to be Catholics. Why would you side with the Lutherans? I mean, come on, we're the Pope. Well, we have absolutely destroyed their armies, and so now we are going to literally just walk right into their country. Completely unopposed. Wait. We don't have a dismantle casus belli against them? What? Oh. Well, we're gonna take all of our cores. There we go. And while we're at it, operations. Oh, the Americans have joined the war. Time to go destroy their navy. And the Soviet Union has joined. That's actually really bad. We are going to take out them first. Oh, we beat the Soviet Navy. Did they give me war reparations? They won't, but... Well, found the American Navy. And that is 42 war score from... Yeah, we sank the entire American Navy. Yep. Give me money. Thank you. Thanks, America. The Americans are so generous, giving me all their money and destroying their navy. All right, and the Ottomans have finally accepted their dismantlement. All right, and I think that is literally all of the Ottoman Empire is gone. That's absolutely glorious. No more Ottoman Empire. All right, will the Germans make peace for my cores? No, they won't. Well, bad news for you, Germany. I have a massive army that is now free to go invade you. Yeah, we're just gonna start our invasion of Germany. Oh man, just look at the casualties we're inflicting on the Germans. It's insane. The Germans are capitulating, but oh, we have a dismantlation casus belli on them now. Wonderful. We're going to finish this battle first. They have 472 brigades. And I am recording this. 472 brigades. We're going to wait for this battle to end. Woo, a Nobel Prize. The casualties aren't even on the screen. Hold on, let me grab a calculator. That is 1.15 million casualties for the Germans. They seem to be fleeing to Klagenfurt. We have engaged them and have crushed them. They now have 49 brigades. They put like 90% of their army all into one battle. No wonder they couldn't beat me. Yeah, they're getting dismantled. Yeah, that's not very good name placement. Alright, I released Tuareg and then used the console to give them all of my territories in North Africa that aren't my cores. So you can see here I only hold my cores. And so now our name placement is a lot better. It's actually a bit bigger than I'd want. I'd like to shift it over a little bit, but I mean, you can't complain. I mean, look at that. The Roman Empire in 1921. And it's led by the Pope. Number one in industry, military, and prestige. Almost 900 brigades in our military, over 500 ships, truces with pretty much all the great powers. We've wiped out the French, Spanish, and even the Germans ain't looking so good. We're at the point where literally Mexico and the Anhui clique are great powers because we just wiped out all of the others. Now, in ancient times, the Roman Empire converted to Christianity, and for a while they were a bastion of the faith. It was good and holy. But then it fell apart. The emperors were not able to maintain control. The Germans, with their Arian heresies, they poured in to the western half of the empire, while the east fell away to the wrong side of the Great Schism, which is almost certainly mended now. And then, in the Middle Ages, the Germans formed the Holy Roman Empire. But by the end of it, they were not able to keep it holy. They didn't even hold Rome. They were barely Roman. And it certainly wasn't holy because they failed to stop the Protestant Revolution. Here, we have succeeded. We are obviously Roman. The capital is in Rome. We are an empire, obviously, since we control all of the former territories of the Roman Empire. Most importantly, we are also holy, for this empire is run by the Pope himself. It is the true Holy Roman Empire. It was really hard at the beginning. We had to fight pretty much with the game itself, and France's tendency to peace out of our wars, despite the fact that we were clearly winning. We grew from just this portion of central Italy into restoring the greatest empire that has ever existed. This is probably one of the most fun campaigns I've ever done in this game. It's also one of the most ridiculous campaigns. I mean, come on, the Pope forming the Roman Empire, and in the process we've also accidentally awoken Cthulhu. I don't know if that's because we upset the natural balance of things. Either that or he was just being kept asleep by God himself until the right time. The time when his representative on Earth had at his disposal the entire Roman Empire, so that humanity would be strong enough to fight whatever abominations are hiding in Antarctica. Anyway, I don't think there's much more for me to say here. It's the papal Roman Empire. This campaign was so stupid.